Hi everyone, welcome to Dhamma, Dose of Dhamma, and this is your dose of Dhamma for today. So, some people ask, Bande, when I practice the Dhamma, when I study Dhamma, and when I learn Dhamma, when I practice it, how do I know that I am on the right path? I don't know that I'm on the right path. Because we see some people, after they learn the knowledge of Dhamma, but their character is showing another, right? They may learn and they may talk about restraint and contentment with little, easily happy with little, but for themselves, they are not leading their lives like that. And so sometimes Buddhists and their students have the doubt, what is he talking about? Does he know what he is talking about? Now, in the world, if somebody is not an arahant, of course, there will be times when defilements get the better of them and they may behave in a certain unwholesome way, right? So, this is actually quite normal if they do something bad or if they do something unwholesome. But is there any marker? So you can ask, Bande, then is there any marker? How do we know whether we are practicing correctly? Right? Because only the Arahant, which has purified himself of all defilements in the mind, then their mind will be totally pure. Right? But how is it? What are the markers? So with this, I would like to invoke one of the suttas in the Anguttara Nikaya, chapters of 4, sutta number 25. So in here, the Buddha says, because this spiritual life is not lived for the sake of deceiving people, also not for cajoling them, also not for the benefit of gain, honor, or praise. It is also not for the benefit of winning in debate, or with the thought, let the people know me thus. But rather, here comes, this spiritual life is lived for the sake of 4 things. So these are the 4 markers that we can use to see whether we are practicing correctly or not. First one is restraint. So second one is abandoning. Third one is dispassion. Fourth one is cessation. So we go a little bit deeper into this. So during our daily practice, if we say we are practicing, but we do not practice restraint, we do not keep the 5 precepts or the 8 precepts for lay people, and then if this is the case, and if you are a yogi, if you do not keep all the restraints training, then what is there to improve about? Maybe they may be very knowledgeable, but if they are very knowledgeable, but if somebody says something to them just a little bit and they get angry, so angry, and they hold a hatred in their mind for 10 years, 20 years. So what is it? So for ourselves, especially the Buddha saying not to easily judge others, we are not in a position to judge others, but for ourselves, if after we learn the Dhamma, if we learn the knowledge, maybe you may learn about Sutta studies, maybe you may learn about Abhidhamma, but if after learning all this, your restraint is still the same, there may still not be much restraint, and you may not abandon those things which needs to be abandoned: greed, hatred, delusion, envy, arrogance, the greed and craving for gain, honor and praise, and maybe also for deceiving people, want to deceive people, and also want to win in debates. If we haven't abandoned the attachments to all this, then we can say that, hey, we should really reconsider whether you want to change the way you are living your spiritual life and the way you are practicing Dhamma. And the third, dispassion. After learning about Dhamma, are we getting more and more dispassion? Dispassion about what? Dispassion about greed, hatred, delusion. Dispassion about rebirth. Dispassion about samsara. the whole workings of samsara? Are we having more dispassion for them? Or are we still the same? Buddhism is just a knowledge. Yes, I still get an exam, get my PhD, and continue to drink alcohol, continue to kill. What is that? Then we can say that we have the knowledge, but we haven't really tasted the Dhamma. Maybe a little bit when we read the suttas, but no, we are not at the heartwood of the Dhamma. And the fourth, cessation. Of course, cessation generally means the attainment of arahantship. Okay? So, if after learning and reading, memorizing about Dhamma, but we are not getting closer to our ultimate aim, which is the total cessation of suffering, the total purification of the mind from all defilements, then it can be said that, hey, dude, maybe you really need to reconsider how you are living your spiritual life and how you want to make improvements in it. Maybe there are some things that you need to restrain. There are more things that you need to abandon. There are more things you need to be dispassionate about. And we really need to work towards our goal of the total cessation of suffering. Right? Yeah, so when I talk about this issue, it is good. I would like to encourage everyone not to judge others. If you are still on the path, don't judge others. But really, we take these four qualities: restraint, abandoning, dispassion, and cessation. Are we? It's good for us to use these four qualities, or whether we are improving in these four qualities, or whether we are working towards these four qualities, or whether we are going further and further away from these four qualities. And let that be one of the markers of whether our Dhamma is improving or not improving. Alright? So it's very, very interesting sutta. Yeah. So very, very helpful. Hope this is helpful for all of you guys to apply in your daily life. Okay, so if you're learning Dhamma and you're getting proud, you're getting arrogant, you see people like they're stupid, they're not wise, then something is wrong. You need to abandon that arrogance, abandon that ego, abandon that conceit. Right? Yeah. So those are really the things that we should work on. Those are really the things that we should work on. And if you work on them, definitely, the more defilements you let go, the more attachment you purify, the more happy you will get in your path of Dhamma. Okay? So, remember these four: restraint, abandoning, dispassion, and cessation. So I hope everyone's spiritual life is going towards this four. And I wish all of you to be well, peaceful, and happy. And may the Triple Gem bless all of us to be able to attain path, fruition, and Nibbana as soon as possible. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.